Hey guys, it's Tristan. I'm back with this week's shop update video. So the first thing I want to do is talk about how I might be outsourcing the printing process of everything. And then I'm gonna show some boxes that I made. Um, yeah. So for the printing process, if you don't know, I print the deck boxes, the field centers, a couple other things like little smaller things. The Playmats are outsourced to a local company here that does a really good job. Yeah, and that's the bulk of what I sell. I One of my goals for the end of the year is to not print anymore. Whether that means that I'm like hired somebody locally to help me with it, whether a completely other company is printing them, I don't know yet. Um, Hiring somebody locally would be the best option, but that would include me getting a shop because right now I'm working out of the house. They don't really want a random person in the house, and then it would involve me also investing in the location, investing in the person because you'd have to train them, I guess. It involves me doing more money than I have. Um, I'll be honest, and it's just more money than I have. I'd rather use that money to like add other products or newer things. I think that would be better for the customer because you would have more options to purchase. Also, it would be better financially because that will make more money than if I outsource if I hire somebody and they help me print and all that. I wouldn't actually be making any more money. I would be spending more expense, and then I'd have to save up more to add more products in the future. I don't think that's going to happen. It's just too expensive. The minimum wage here is going to go up to like 17.50. I don't even really want to pay someone minimum wage because you know this is the thing I sell, the deck boxes. This is the big thing. I don't want to have my quality depend on somebody that I'm only paying minimum wage. I wouldn't care. Like if I was only making minimum wage, why would I care? If I was in that person's place. So then not minimum wage would be what, like $25 an hour. That's just too expensive. I would have to up the prices by quite a bit. It just wouldn't be worth it. And like I said, it's not like that's gonna give me any more revenue. That's just gonna make it so I don't have to do it and maybe I can do more volume of sales. But even then I'd have to buy another printer to make sure I have another one backed up, like as a backup. There's a lot to consider in that. I think for a lot of businesses maybe that would work. For this business and like how niche it is and the way it's going, I see myself maybe still selling these products in like 3 years, but I don't necessarily see myself putting in like the hours that I have to put in now because it's a job. I need the money for it. So and if I hired a person, that would just be a huge expense. Like I would need to really go ham on this business, and it'd be a risk because I don't even know if the sales are there to begin with. So I don't want to do that. It's just not unless a big thing changes. It's not financially gonna work. I pay someone $25 an hour. I can't afford that. It doesn't make sense. So what are my other options? I outsource the printing. I don't know how good this camera is. Also, I'm trying to get it to focus. It's really hard. I'm like the worst at photos. I don't take photos like of anything. Like I went to France for 2 weeks. I took three photos of a cat, of a squirrel, and of this like cake that I ate. I don't take photos. I don't like photos or videos or whatever. So I'll keep trying to make this work. Hopefully, it's a little better every week, and then in 6 months it'll be really good. Okay, so what are my other options? I outsource all the printing to a local company. Okay. Um, what's good about that is I could quality control it a little easier. What's bad about that is it's also again very expensive. They're be struggling with the same things I'm be struggling with. They have to pay their people the appropriate salaries and all that stuff. Also, it seems to take a long time because my volume, even if I start selling like triple what I'm selling now, which to me that's a lot. Like I'm making good money and the business is good and I'd be able to add a bunch of new products. to them that would still be relatively low volume, which means they're not in a rush to make my stuff, which means it's going to take a long time. Because they're used to dealing with people getting thousands of things a week. Like thousands of things a week. That's, like I'm buying a really nice house somewhere for 1,000 things a week. Cool, that'd be great, but I don't think that's going to happen in the next year, realistically. And so I'm not in a rush to do it. So what's happening with the playmats, because I don't print those, is they take their time, and customers, they don't want to wait that long. I also need to do it in batches to fit the minimums here more than like elsewhere. So like it ends up some weeks maybe I don't meet the minimum. Some weeks maybe I have too much. But it's not like I could take the weeks I have too much and make them the week before because I didn't know I had those, and it's not like I can make them the week after if I'm like just a little bit of units short because customers need their stuff. They don't want to wait that long. Some are okay waiting, some don't, and some don't necessarily know the process. They don't know it's just like one guy doing this stuff. So they'll email me, after a week and say, "Hey, where's my stuff?" And I'll go, "Well, I'm still making it. It's going to be in this batch and whatever." And okay, I understand now. But when they buy it, they don't necessarily know because why should they? They're just buying stuff on a website. And ideally, they shouldn't really have to wait longer than they have to. So that's the issues with outsourcing it to a local place. The biggest issue with outsourcing it to a local place is I have never found somebody that could do the deck boxes properly. They either can't print a white layer, which just doesn't work because you need a white layer to print on the black deck boxes, or you don't see it, or they can't print in flexible ink, which doesn't work because then it cracks like immediately. I can't ship it. That would be like a scam at that point. It doesn't work. Um, so I mean that's even not besides the point. I haven't found somebody that can do the deck boxes. So or UV printing in general, I should say. Field centers are also UV printed. So I'm looking to outsource all the printing. Advantages of that would be, and when I say outsource, I mean like to another country, like China, or I'm looking in the Philippines or something. Obviously, that comes with a lot of advantages economically. One big disadvantage economically, which is I have to either ship it from wherever it's printed and ship it to the customer, which then maybe that's like if you did that in China, they have actually competitive rates because they do it so much with so many other companies like Temu and all that crap. And the disadvantage with that is like I don't know what I'm sending the customer. There's no quality control. The customer could get garbage. I don't know, and then I just get bad reviews. So I definitely wouldn't feel comfortable doing that at the beginning and for a while until like the person really wowed me. I'll be honest, like I'm a perfectionist. It's hard for me to work with people sometimes. Even if I had somebody right here, I would have to try to not control everything. Um, and then but the advantage financially if they ship it directly to the customer also obviously. So but then if I decide not to do that for the quality control issues, they ship it to me. I have to pay like one big FedEx or DHL bill or whatever, and split all the orders in that and see if I still matches. Because yeah, I might have saved money on the print process, but then the actual shipping per unit to me so that I can see it and then ship it to the customer would cost money, but that's something I would have to cost out. It might be worth it. I don't know. I don't know 100% yet. I've costed some out. It's doable. It's definitely expensive. The more I sell, the better it is, obviously. That's something I'm thinking about. Besides that, outsourcing the printing will let me also add more products a little bit easier because they will have Canada is unfortunately just not a good place for like manufacturing. Most of our stuff has been outsourced, so maybe 20 years ago they might have had more machines, more options for me. Not that UV printers, I don't even know if they existed 20 years ago, but you get what I'm saying. Like, but they have like just more machines at a print shop than they would have here. So they have the UV printer I need for deck boxes. They have the flexible ink I need to print on it. They also have UV printers that have like a gloss effect. I could add that. They have bigger printers that they can do more with, and I could add binders a lot more easier. The labor's cheaper. I might be able to add sleeves a lot easier. I'm having trouble sourcing sleeves. Um, so that's something I'm looking into. That's just thought for process. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know if anything changes, if it doesn't change, and I'll keep you posted on that. It's not gonna happen in the next month or two, I don't think. So Now let's go through deck boxes that I did. So I did a bunch. There's really only one new one I did this week. Actually, that's not true. There's a couple. This is a my Valentine Harpy Lady design. This is a new one. It's a standard design that my designer John made, and it's on the website just for standard purchase. It looks really crisp, actually. I don't know where he found these images, but they all look very crisp. I mean, the printer can print crisp. It's not really the printer's fault when it's not. It's because we can't find art of it. So it's like a little bit fuzzy because it's like literally the best picture quality we could find of this card. But these are all crisp. It's really nice. There's the deck tray. I'm gonna show these each time because I don't. Someone comments, "Oh, you didn't show it." Okay, I didn't show it in this video, but I've shown it a million times. But that's it. You can clip it in the back. Slots. You can play. Clip it at the front. There you go. Harpy Lady, my Valentine design. This is a custom of a very fat Pikachu. I don't know. The customer loaded this like as their design. We didn't do it. It's like a Godzilla Pikachu guy. It almost looks like it's AI. I wouldn't be surprised if this is, or I don't know where it's from. The customer just loaded it. But I really like it because he's like Godzilla fat, fluffy Pikachu. And so that's really cool. You can see clips on the back, deck tray, dice tray, logos, that Pikachu design. Cool. This is a cool one. I don't know if I've shown this one before. This is the Ghost Tricks one. It's a past custom that the customer let us sell because basically I give a discount on when we make the design for them if I can sell it again, like a big discount. So that's that. This is some other person buying it. It sells pretty regularly. Both trays, clip it on the back. Ghost Tricks. That's pretty good. Dress Up Darling one is still always popular. I didn't know this anime was so popular, or manga or whatever, but it still sells. I should really make more anime ones. People buy those. Even like random ones like this. I didn't know this was so popular. Maybe it's just because there's girls on it with boobs. I don't know. Maybe they don't even know what it is. They just see boobs, so they buy it. I should really do more than just have boobs. Both trays, dice trays backwards. You could flip them around, but I should usually make them in this position. Flip it on the back. In this case, it's a white deck box. Cool. It's really nice. This is a custom. I don't know what anime, manga, game. I don't know what this is from. There's a mat that goes with this that the customer bought. Ooh, and there's a field center. There's a field center that goes with it. And there's a mat that goes. I'll have to show that when it's done. But like I said in the video before, it's still the mats take longer. So this customer's gonna have to wait for it to ship until the mat's done. But that was cool. When you do a 3-panel print like this, the only way I can get this to actually line up exactly is by printing the sides. And then I put masking tape here so that it bleeds a little past here. I peel it off and then it's exactly folded. And then I'll print the front separately. If I didn't care, I guess I just wouldn't do that. It looks better when it's completely like that. Clips on the back. 23 seconds left of this video until it dies. Hit both trays. There we go. Cool. Whatever this is. Like and subscribe if you want more content like this about LDB Duel.